lovely and exciting transfer stories. What's going on, my peoples? Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host Jan. I do hope you lot are all doing well today, my friends. I really do hope that. Welcome back to Chelsea News, the daily series, here on Football Therapy, where I go across football news media and see what's being said about the Blues. Today I'm going to be talking about 4 players that are related to Chelsea in a transfer medium. What am I saying? Declan Rice, how the story could change. Erling Haaland, how Chelsea is still very interested in going all out on the superstar. Marquinhos, a superb option of Thomas Tuchel to get one of his old players back. Dayot Upamecano, one of the most galactico up-and-coming centre-halves around world football, could be coming to Stamford Bridge. Bang. Do consider subscribing to this channel if you're new. Daily content, of course. Make sure that bell notifications icon is switched on to ensure you get notified. If you want to show some love to your boy Yannick, that would be appreciated. You can do that by dropping a like on the video to show me you want more. Then I'll give you more. Do you know what I mean? Alright then, let's start in today's video and start off by talking about Declan Rice. Now, if you've been keeping up with my content, you'll know that Declan Rice was very much a Frank Lampard target. And the fact how Frank Lampard has now been dismissed from Chelsea Football Club and Thomas Tuchel is through the door, it has been assumed, speculated, and what else could I say? Assumed, speculated, that's all I got. Basically, people think he will no longer be a target of Chelsea Football Club. Which is fair, but the truth is, man, the way Thomas Tuchel spoke about a loan CDM, or certainly spoke about N'Golo Kante recently in his press conference, he implied he won't be interested in playing N'Golo Kante in a lone 6, say in a 4-3-3, more that he wants to play him in the double 6, like he did under Conte and Ranieri, which is good to hear from me, but I also think Thomas Tuchel will be inclined to play a 4-3-3 sometimes, and in the same press conference he spoke about the lone CDM having to sit and guard, and one of the best players to do that in the Premier League this season, and of course perhaps beyond, is Declan Rice. He's been excellent this season, he's a leader, so it kind of baffles me how he's not a club target if Chelsea are genuinely trying to get a new loan CDM. Maybe Thomas Tuchel will look at him, maybe he will want him, but the odds are Declan Rice might not come to Chelsea now, and who knows, he might mosey on up to Manchester and go to Man United, which for me is disappointing because he absolutely makes them so much better. Anyway, why dwell on negatives when a lot of things are changing at Chelsea and you have the opportunity to be positive and excited about new good things? What a pitch that was, Yannick. Well done. Anyway, let's move on and talk about the next player in today's transfer news video. And that is Marquinhos, of course! Thomas Tuchel's ex-player at Paris Saint-Germain. Marquinhos is a 26-year-old defensive, versatile player in his prime, playing at the highest level, very, very highly rated. A lot like David Alaba in many ways, because he's so versatile. David Alaba can play centre-back, CDM, and left-back. Marquinhos can play centre-back, CDM, and right-back. So there's so much versatility there. Like I said, he's 26, so he's in his prime. He's got that Brazilian skill. He's a superb footballer, whether he's in the midfield, in the centre-half. I doubt we'd deploy him at fullback in the Premier League, to be honest. His contract runs up at 2024, and generally Paris Saint-Germain don't need to sell for money, unless of course they're trying to re-sign Mbappe and Neymar into massive contracts and need to, a little bit of cash for financial fair play, even in this season where financial fair play has been loosened. Still, I can understand why these links have come up due to Thomas Tuchel coming to Chelsea, and Chelsea may be needing another long-term centre-half / CDM option. Tuchel is constantly changing his shape and formations between games and indeed in games, and when you've got a player like Marquinhos, super versatile, that affords you the opportunity to do that mid-game as well. You can move him over. So maybe he'll be one of the top transfer target priorities for Thomas Tuchel, and certainly at the moment he's being linked in the media, hence me talking about him here on Chelsea News. Personally, I like it. In his prime, played at the highest level, used to winning titles, comfortable in multiple positions. It makes a lot of sense for me. Does it make sense to you? Let me know in the comment section below as we move on to the next story in today's video. Let's save Erling Haaland for the end because that's interesting, so let's talk about Dayot Upamecano a little bit more. Right, Dayot Upamecano has been linked with Chelsea before. His release clause will be under £40 million, which is just incredible. The type of football he plays as well, Thomas Tuchel will resonate a lot with. Obviously, he's done great stuff in German football, playing for RB Leipzig under Julian Nagelsmann, who's a very similar coach in many ways, like a tactician, to Thomas Tuchel. That alliteration there. Thomas Tuchel's transferred targets to the capital, whatever. Of course, he speaks German, Tuchel speaks German, he's French, speaks French, Tuchel speaks French. I know I sort of maybe hang on to these language things too much, but it's good for building a rapport early, do you know what I mean? I think what's more important and what you could say is relevant is the style of football. I think Upamecano is got his whole future ahead of him in terms of playing at the highest level, and in terms of the school of football he's been playing under Julian Nagelsmann, it suits Thomas Tuchel at Chelsea, and Chelsea will be looking at the very, very reasonable buyout clause that will be upcoming for Dayot Upamecano. Right, so Dayot Upamecano makes a lot of sense for me. Let's move on and talk about the final player in today's video and have some words for the super gunman Erling Haaland. That's right, being linked all around the rags again, Chelsea to go all in for the Norwegian this summer. But it's not just Sky Sports and other rags saying this. Lots of reputable people have reported that Chelsea absolutely have the desire to go all in and break their transfer record on this player in the summer, maybe still trying to take advantage of the financial climate. The likes of Simon Johnson of The Athletic and other reputable journalists who are connected to the club and have sources have said, yes, this is Chelsea, or this is what Chelsea want to do. They want to go all in for Erling Haaland. Of course, not this summer, the next summer, his buyout clause kicks in for around £60 million, which for a guy who literally scores a goal a game at the highest level, you know, that's an absolute steal. But the thing is, he will have the ability to go wherever he wants. Everyone's going to be in for him. Everyone's going to be offering him more wages because that's such a good deal. So what Chelsea want to do is they want to wriggle in the year before, the summer before, and actually offer more than the buyout clause to Dortmund and say, look guys, make more money. Let us buy him now. Although Dortmund is seemingly in all kinds of trouble at the moment in terms of form, so do they want to sell the only player that's doing things for them? Who knows, maybe. They rebuild all the time. But let's talk about the implications on the actual Chelsea squad buying Erling Haaland. Well, first off, you gotta understand how Giroud will probably be gone by then. He won't re-sign another deal, I can't imagine. I'm not sure he'll survive in this Tuchel team in terms of player profile. I have spoken recently. He's not too dissimilar to Edinson Cavani who played, but towards the end, Tuchel was playing like two forwards like Mbappe and Neymar. Who knows, maybe he'll be looking to play Erling Haaland and Timo Werner. And we all know to get the best out of Timo Werner, theoretically, is to play him with a partner, a strike partner. And if Thomas Tuchel's going to look to play Callum Hudson-Odoi as a wing back, it's say like you could play like a 3-5-2, and you could have Hudson-Odoi as a wing back. I know what becomes of Reece James, which I don't really want him to be out of the team, so I'm just theorising here. And then you could have, you know, your Havertz and your Ziyech as sort of inside creative midfielders. It could happen. It doesn't leave much functionality in what becomes of our generic fullbacks. I'm not so sure, but it's a theory. Or who knows, maybe, you know, also it's rumoured Tammy Abraham's not extending his contract with Chelsea because, you know, certain reasons. So maybe Chelsea actually, it's kind of heartbreaking, especially with all these like club connections going, like Lampard. You know, if the academy kids start going, it would be sad. Especially after Tammy's done pretty darn well. He's got the best goal return this season for Chelsea Football Club. You know, if Chelsea sell him, I don't know, man. I don't want to think that far ahead and about sad stuff like that. But reportedly and apparently, Chelsea are going all in for Erling Haaland. So, let me know what you think about all these stories, about these four players. Declan Rice, Haaland, Upamecano, Marquinhos. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. I want to read them. I want to see what you man are saying. Please do consider dropping a like if you've enjoyed this content and you want more. Show me by dropping like on video. That's it, guys. Enjoy the football and I will see you later.
You ain't so tough with that bad boy tuck. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought. Body bag the verse, outlined in chalk. In my life seen trouble, hustle on the double. Silence on the trigger like my pick got a muzzle. Yo chick like to guzzle, bad boy stay in trouble. I only love this paper, sorry I don't. I laugh me baby